Yo, 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 everybody, this is Narcoleptic Cheetah, and we're in another episode of Factorio, and today I was just kind of admiring our mega base. I'm just like, holy crap, look how big it is, and we're actually today trying to expand our, I'm just going to go ahead and call it an empire, because basically that's what it is. So, we're going to try to expand it where we've been talking about, which is out. We're going to have a wall here, one there. I think this might actually connect to bigger land on this side. I can't tell because, well, quite frankly, that's as far as we can see at the moment anyway. So we might have to have a tiny wall there and just like obliterate anything that tries to come through. And then we'll have one here, and then the two we talked about up here. That will further protect our sciences and such. I was thinking we might actually, use this one, but go a bit farther after we have these three established. That way we can utilize this entire lake of, well, it's a lake now, but it will be land later. So use that lake, probably use this lake. We might actually keep this lake as is because we have things going to the water, and so we want to keep that. But this one we can get rid of. Thank you, save. And then we could get rid of everything here, except I think again we have some water there, so maybe we keep a strip or two, maybe here to here or something. And the reason we're doing all of this is because we need places to smelt and get basically more machines, but we need to smelt all these new ores, and basically I just want to kind of run the new ores into these massive stations, similar or not too dissimilar from this, but maybe we have it's all smelted there and then it's all put into, say, circuits or something like that, all in the same place. That way we don't have a million trains running all over the place. We just have say here is circuits. We have a bunch of copper, a bunch of iron, so we smelt all of it out here, and then we turn it all into circuits, and then we export the circuits, kind of a deal. And I think that'll work pretty well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the way our current base works, but I think this is needed. So I guess first things first, we got to obliterate the enemy here. So I'm just kind of thinking I probably will time lapse, but I probably will get rid of, say, these guys first. I think. I don't know. Basically, I guess the idea is that we get rid of all these guys. I go out and build a wall. I carry out the guys, and then the guys. We carry out the electricity, put up some lasers, put up some artillery, and then kind of take care of whatever's left. And then we're gonna take on those guys. The last time I did I let them kind of nest and all this stuff, and we increased the range of the artillery. They actually got through this. This is why there is so many turrets here, because they actually got through, and that was scary. I had to go up there and help out. But anyway, so yeah, I guess I could do a couple on camera, but realistically you guys are just gonna watch me carpet bomb kind of like this. I mean, this is a relatively small nest, but this is you can kind of see the radius, the tiny radius of the thing, and I just kind of try to get them to go together. And here we go, carpet bombing. This is the way it works, and typically I get comfortable enough with this that we watch it a couple of times, but then basically the carpet bombs do take care of everything, as you see. Even blew up a couple of trees, and yeah, it's pretty much how it goes, is I overkill it. You saw a bunch of wasted shells there, right? Hey, I think that might be something. But So then they'll mobilize, they'll come over here, they'll try to kill me, whatever. And then, but as I do this, it'll be all over the place. What the heck? Oh, that came from way downtown. And that was a worm. Okay, so they're mobilizing. We'll see them. Oh, here's the first wave. Or maybe the third wave, because those are pretty terrible. Okay, all right, and time lapse. Alright guys, so we have completely obliterated the bugs along this and along here, and this has always been obliterated. So we actually took out a little bit extra up here because we need some safety to build some walls, but other than that we're pretty good. So I'm actually going to probably request some walls now. Also start requesting lasers. We don't need those. Let's actually take these out of our inventory. We don't need those right now. What else can we take out? We can take out those things. I think we're gonna actually let's take out that guy. We don't need him. We don't need those. Let's take that out. Let's take this down to like 50. Alright. And those are pretty good. That's good. That's good. Alright. 1/5 steel belt. Do I have this in the library? I don't know. I'm going to put all this in the blueprint library just in case. And then I'm going to take it out of my inventory because I need it for walls. Okay. Let's see. We don't need pumps where we're going. We don't need refineries or those. Alright. What we do need is some walls and some lasers. Let's do 200 lasers, and we'll do some walls. Let's see, we'll do, I don't know how many walls. I'm gonna say like 2,000 walls. Lasers, we need these guys. Yes, we need those. Yes, we've got those. Okay. Alright. Okay, so one of the things I think I'm going to do actually is to take a train station out here. So this is probably the first one we're going to do, and we're going to bridge probably over here. Let's see, how far can our guy reach? Okay, I'll take these guys out. I don't think those are actually there. They might be there. I don't know. Let's take all this stuff. This looks dangerous. Could be bugs, could be nothing, but we're gonna just take it all out just in case. Nope, it wasn't nothing. Okay, So in the time lapse, you might have noticed that I was sweeping the board again, doing some exploration with the missiles actually. That was because we needed. Oh, whoops! I wish there was a way to cancel. Actually, did I just cancel that? Anyway, probably not. Nope, here it comes. So, yeah, we're going to just probably go ahead and bring a train track out. I don't know about that though. Maybe I'll just bring. Yeah, no, I think I am. I think I'm gonna bring a train out this way with some lasers and such, but this will extend the Roboport reach and all that stuff. And we're gonna build a wall right here. We'll also be able to call our train to us if we need to. So that'll be nice. And I think our train has some extra materials on it as well. So yeah. But I think we're going to try to build across like right about here. I mean, I'm tempted always like by ores and such. Look at this. It says 1.1 G. I'm thinking it's supposed to say 1.1 B, but I don't know. So we're gonna bring that across, and we're gonna do one there as well, and we're probably gonna do one up here. I was trying to decide where. I think I want to try to bring it there to there, and then we'll have a bunch of stuff to our name. We're also going to try to build a wall from here to here, and probably one from here to here. That I want these ore patches, but what we have to take out in addition to this, nah, we're just at least going to have a temporary base right here. Alright, so I guess I'm going to do that in another time lapse. I know this is time lapse heavy, but I know no other way to do this because this would take hours, and that means multiple episodes otherwise. So yeah. Alright, I'll be back in just a bit. guys, so we are getting really close to being done with the episode. I know it's like halfway through the episode, but you know me, I talked to her for a very long time. No, so this upper bit here is protected, but there's nothing helping things out. So what I've done in this location and this one down here, if we look, is I've created a train, and I'll admit I had recorded some of this, or I thought I had recorded some of this, but then I looked up at the recording and nothing was there. So basically I created this train. This station is like a material unload. So basically what I did is, you can see that these RoboPorts do not connect with the main set of RoboPorts, and there's supposed to be one right there. I'm imagining that robots can't get from here to here, which is part of the problem, is that basically the robots are trying to come from here all the way over here, and it's not working that well. I thought maybe they'd eventually make it, but it's been a while and that RoboPort's still not there. This line is all connected, although I might disconnect it down here just to have its own set. But anyway, okay, so this materials train is carrying basically radars, RoboPorts, splitters, repair kits, walls, lasers, artillery turrets, blue belts, substations, and fast inserters. Like you can see all of these things right here, and they're just in passive provider chests, and we have RoboPorts all along here. What I need to add to this one that I have added, wait, where is it? Oh, that I have added here is I added a couple of RoboPorts, and then I added on the train logistics and construction robots. And so basically I set this up in a, you can actually see some other stuff that I did here, but in a circuit condition, or well, this is a logistics situation. Basically it reads its own little network, and it says put in 300 total logistics bots and 300 total construction bots. And so that's all we need, because it's just this little, like, there's a gap right here. So it's really just this little space that's controlling this. And basically what happens is, anytime that any of this stuff gets damaged, these robots come out and they do a thing. And the only reason that we have extra robots, do I have robots on this? I actually should. That's note to self. Okay, so the robots come out, they'll fix things. The thing is what'll happen is these guys will eventually come through and kill the robots. I mean, that's just the way it happens. They're fixing something, the bugs come in, the bugs spit on a robot, and the robot explodes. So what we need to do, I need to fix that. Anyway. Okay, so what I've done here, by the way, is this is a decider combinator, and if I turn off Alt, it looks like this little less than sign or greater than sign, depending on how you're looking at it. So this one takes walls and says, are there 1,000 walls? I think it's 1,000 walls, yeah, in this chest. If there are 1,000 walls in this chest, this train, or this little, say if there, wait, so are there more than 999 walls in that chest? Yes. Okay, then do not output a red signal. If there is less than, it does output a red signal. Making sense? Sort of? Okay. So basically, the red signal is there are not enough walls in this system. Same thing here. There are not enough repair kits, or not enough splitters, whatever. All these are just basically saying, is there enough of this particular item in the system? Okay. And then the output is all connected to this train stop. Okay. So in the train, what we have is that this circuit, the red signal is not equal to 0. right? So right now it is equal to 0, so the train's not moving. So it has to wait 30 seconds, which it has, and this circuit has to be met. So do we have enough of every item? And we do. That's what this is reading. It's saying we do have enough of every item, so red is equal to 0. So none of these are outputting a red signal, which means they all have enough. So that's really cool. And what happens is if any of them at all, so if walls goes slightly below, if they destroy a wall over there and the robots have to take a wall out of here, well, then this will suddenly put out a red signal, and this will receive that red signal and say, hey, red is not equal to 0. It's equal to 1 now. So I'm going to go take off, and it'll take off down this way, all the way into here, and I think, yeah, it's right here. So it'll come right here and say, hey, fill me up, and then it'll take off again. That's basically and they'll go all the way back up here, all the way back up here, and deliver its wall. So I'm going to do this at most of the stations. I actually do need to add, if we have enough logistics robots, we should. Yeah, we got loads. But if this goes below 300, then I need this thing to read it as well. So we'll probably add some more of these decider things. And these decider things are just so you can put multiple inputs into one input, kind of a deal. I know that's kind of confusing. Anyway, so yeah. Right now, we're doing really well. When this thing first started going off, I started freaking out because it was just attacking like these enormous nests up here, and we were getting attacked all day long. So, all right, so we're gonna set this kind of thing up here. Basically, if you can see, I got a little bit of land here. We're gonna get the trains going over here and then up, and then do the same kind of train station deal where we have the roboports disconnected from the main line, and then that will mean these robots are only for fixing things over here. And note, they are only getting things to basically repair themselves. So like this, you can see this like substation would need repairing, so it would probably repair this. Right now we're doing okay. One of the other things we need to do is put in, the artillery turrets. And by the way, if you see this little blinking thing, it is literally just asking me to fix. I think it's asking me to fix the substation. So that's what we're doing right now. We've got about probably 5-6 minutes left in the episode. So what we're gonna do is I'm just going to I think I'm gonna take a break because you guys have watched enough time lapses this episode. I'm gonna take a break and just kind of set this up real quick, and then I'll come back and show you guys what I have, or I might time lapse it. I don't know. I'm gonna start calling myself the time lapse king. Anyway, all right, I'll be back in just a bit. All right, guys. So I've got this set up north now. Basically, our path took us across this lake up here and over, and I built a little player station down a little bit further south of here. So now that we're here, we can kind of go into these decider combinators, and what's happening is it says, okay, I'm looking for a wall. And so what's really going on is you can kind of see it. Let's see if I turn off Alt real quick. You can kind of see this red wire, and it's connected here, and it's going all the way up here, right? Connecting to each one of these. And it goes, so these are, what? No, stop it. Oh my God, what are you? Well, whatever. they're heeding my request for things. Okay, it's fine. So it'll just do a resupply. So basically what it's doing Hello? It's supposed to go off now. Anyway. Oh, it was waiting the 30 seconds. That's the reason for the 30 seconds, so it unloads everything. So, okay, so this wire here is connected to all of these chests. And, oh, I didn't realize there was not a connection between those two chests. That's, okay. Anyway, so, and all of these chests. So, basically the input is here. Okay, so what I need to do... This is why I don't make blueprints of everything immediately. So let's do that, and I don't know, I might retool this a little bit so there's not this extra line going here. Anyway, so it's reading all the contents from all of these chests and going, okay, walls. Alright, I detect walls. Are there 1,000 walls? And so it's connected right here. And actually, if you look over on the right side where it says Decider Combinator and compares circuit network signals, input signals, and it shows you 500 walls. So no, there are not 1,000 walls. So it's saying, okay, output red signal, and it's outputting a red signal right now. Repair kits, are there 1,000? And once more, we look in here. No, there are not 1,000. It's just filling this up. So it's outputting a red signal. So we got 2 red signals. And if you look at the Decider Combinator, we have output 1 red signal. So 1 red signal here, 1 here. So that's 2, which 2 is not equal to 0. Therefore, the train left as soon as it hit 30 seconds. So it's probably that way with most of these right now. You can actually see what it's outputting by hovering over it. So you can also see, like on the substations over there, there's a output signal of 1 red square. Over belts, 1 red square. Now inserters, it's meeting its requirement of 50, so there are 0 red squares coming out of it. You can't really see that there's no output signal, except for that it doesn't say output signal. That's maybe the only flaw of this. I would prefer it say output signal and then none, just like text, none. This one for the turrets, artillery turrets, none. Radars, none. Let's see now, roboports, there are some, and so yeah, you can see. So when all of these are blank, there's no output signal, which means there's no red squares, which means red squares is equal to 0, which means the train won't leave. And I decided not to add in the logistics and the construction bots. Well, cross the tracks real quick, because I think they'll wind up using a repair kit or a wall or a laser before we really need to restock, because while we have 250, it's looking, or this is looking for 300, right, in the total system. So and we're gonna have boatloads more, basically, right, in the system. So by the time we run out of those, we're gonna need 1 more repair kit, and this will fill back up. That's kind of my idea, maybe. I probably should add one. So anyway, and speaking of this inserter is looking into, you have to click this little button, the little in looking button, and the wireless logistic network, it actually pops up if you hover over it. So you have to connect to it, and it asks you if you want to connect, and you say yes. And then you say enable, disable. You can read the hand contents if you want, whatever. But what's really interesting is when you connect this to the logistic network, what happens is you say read robot statistics, and so now it's looking at, okay, available logistics bots is the signal of X. Total logistic, so available is, like if we go over here and you look over on this right hand side, it says logistic 310 out of 310. So the first 310 is available. That means none are out and about right now, right? So that's actually a a good thing for us. There's 310 available bots right now, out of a total of 310. Same thing with construction. Realistically, we want the total logistics bots because we don't need more than 300 total for a wall like this. If we had a humongous wall, I might up it to 1,000 or something, but we don't need that. I did the same thing with the construction bots. So we're looking at this Y and this T. So it's saying total construction bots is T. So if we go back over here, we have Y, that's logistics bots, and that's logistics total bots, is less than 300. Well, now we have 310, so it's over 300, right? And total construction bots, T, so this one says T is less than 300. We have 310 once more, which is over 300. Even if it was 300 exactly, that would be equal to 300, not less than 300. So this is looking at 299 and lower. If that's true, then it asks for another bot and it'll take it out of the train car. By the way, you notice how long this train has been gone? That is just how freakishly long things are. Although I will say, yeah, see, it's not even at the station anymore. It's probably coming back. It might actually be back. Half the time when I look at this thing, it's... Alright, let's see. Where are you, train? Train? Train! Oh, there it is. See it! It's coming. It's taking its sweet, sweet time, but it's coming. So, yeah. That... Also, you'll notice there's no refueling stations right here. That's because the robots would take forever to get out here. So, what we're actually doing is we're going to keep it as is and wait for the train to come back. It does take a long time for the train to get out here. That's why my train is here, so I can like travel back into the main base. I almost called it the main city. The main part of the city. Train? It looks like it's going slow, but it's really going fast. Like, really fast. It's a long way to go. Okay, here we go. Alright. So now you'll see these all filled up, and these are going to empty out. So this is at max capacity. That's max capacity. That's max capacity. And if we look over here, the only thing that's outputting a signal is the belts. And so now it's waiting till 30 seconds have passed, and then it'll go to the next one because, well, we have an output of 1, which is not equal to 0. Alright, hope that makes sense. Anyway, I am just now getting into decider combinators and all this stuff, so if my explanations are a little shaky, that's because I'm learning it too. Anyway, if you guys liked the episode, please leave a like on it. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.